Greetings, mortals. I am Nates, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of manga hell. And today we'll be back to the newest chapter of Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun, chapter 243, The Demon Caim Camui. So yeah, this is gonna be a calm focused chapter, which is alright. I guess it does make sense to give him some focus. I mean, he is one of the most underdeveloped, and when it comes to focusing on every student, the ride of Iruma is pretty top tier when it comes to that, so it was only a matter of time before we got at least some focus on him. And consider the build up, it's time to focus on him. So with that said, let's get into this chapter and see what we're gonna learn for Caim. So first in, Commander Caim. Alright. So I didn't know he had a status, but I guess he's gotta be similar to Chopper. So, that might actually be a reference to Chopper now I think about it. I mean, they did reference Dragon Ball in one of the previous chapters. So yeah, it makes sense. So anyways, we first get this. No, I can't remember if this is actually was beforehand, but I guess this is gonna be a new trend, or at least something that we'll probably come back to at some point, where we have this very monstrous and badass looking demon owl thing with leading an army of demon looking, well, demons basically. So yeah, I guess it's gonna be a, which is very similar to that teacher with his familiar. So I'm guessing this is gonna be a thing now, or maybe there was always a thing, because, but it looks, I'll get into it at the end, but it looks like there's a certain like, if, I guess kind of visualization on whenever we're talking about the past outside the black coverings on the chapters. So yeah, anyways, ability, translator, the demon who understands and is proficient in all languages. With this ability, the demons of the Caim clan once led many demon races under their command. I guess that's what the visualization is here. And then we have they're in revolt against the Demon King's army. The Demon King responded with brute force. The battle was fierce, and the clan was almost annihilated. Since then, they have sworn allegiance to the Demon King. So yeah, I guess here. Now this is, I guess, honestly, I'm kind of surprised how calm this the solution here was, because usually when we have stuff like that in the back stories, we usually have like that family was exiled or something on those lines. Like you are some shadow figures. Like usually those would be the people in the Six Fingers, but that might not be the case. Well, there's still a few mysteries, namely on Shida side, but we all know. But I'm guessing it's not gonna be the thing with the Six Fingers now here. So yeah. Anyways, then we get like a weird ruby pen kind of thing, or like a rope. Is there like the once feared army of savages mended their ways, cleaned themselves up, and became gentlemen, loyal to the netherworld and the demon king. So yeah, then we see that giant beast like win that, like, the whole further gentleman have, being bowing before the king as the king is like patting him. Which also some people actually mentioned how he kind of resembles Loki, and we actually talk about this now. Now, it seems like I'm guessing that because of the art style, I feel like this might lead to the time. This art style might lead there's a certain time period in history that's all connected. Like the birth of that from that fire teacher's familiar and all that might be the same time period as this when the Khan's families was savages. So I'm feeling like that's what they're this are kind of connecting. That's why the art style and designs here are a lot more, badass berserk type of stuff. So I do see it be here. Now, nothing to imagine that this king that maybe one of the early ones, like we know it's not the king that Sullivan served. I forgot his name. I think it's something like an A. But we can tell it's not him because his horns are more like Loki-esque, and it's including Gulf of Shadow. Well, usually we at least know how that previous Demon King looks like. I think the only exception are his eyes, but that's it. So yeah, I do wonder if this is gonna have a bigger significance. I mean, we know the stories are getting a little more serious with the Six Fingers being more reoccurring than they were before, so it would make sense. So, anyways, then we get to our children's book as we get Kam's mother reading it, and she's like, "So you see, we of the clan must always remain proper ladies and gentlemen. Do you understand, Kamui?" And yes, we see Kamui's mother, and she is all like MILF. Like we don't see too much of her. We just see like the general body structure, but we see a good chunk of her. And yes, she is pretty much what you would expect. Well, on the more waifu side, at least. And also we see Baby Kaim, which my god, this arc really has a bunch of these 30 misfit as babies. And also a lot of them seem to have also been very chubby. So yeah, kind of adorable. Now, everything we see them all saying, "A gentleman must be dignified, kind, and courageous. Your father is a fine example of a gentleman. He's so wonderful, although a little lewd." Which, oh, by the way, we see a picture of Kaim's father, but it's like obscured by bubbles. I'm not sure how this is going to be done in the anime, if this is just going to be like, a structural thing. Like, we have to include a void balloon, so we're going to put it over Kaim's head. I mean, I'm sure there probably is going to be a family resemblance. But yeah, so I guess now the Khan family have to be a bunch of gentlemen, but do seem to be a bit lewd. In fact, it seems like she's kind of like embarrassed by it, or a little, though something, because she calls some moments she says that. Anyways, then we see Khan's mom be like, "I'm sure that you'll be a fine gentleman too." As they see Khan getting ready, it's like, "A gentleman. I'm a gentleman. I'm dignified and courageous, so that no one will call us savages ever again." Which is true. So it seems like the crime family actually now want to just be proper gentlemen, so no one's gonna be, comparing them to the bad times of old, which is actually something that's very, common in anime and manga when they have, a lot of uh, this whole, a savage family went against the king, banished, and looked down upon or like treated badly because of it. So it's kind of similar here, but it's a bit different. So, anyways, then we get the Misfit class, which I guess is when they were announced. As we see as Iruma, Asmodeus, Kamui, Shuckslide, and then we see like a bunch of random students as comes like I guess the pose like he's looking up as it's pointing down. As we see some of the students be like, "What's the Misfit class? Misfit class? So scary! Neat, neat! A class of problematic kids." Well, some of them feel more like petty reasons, but yeah, they're problematic. So yeah, anyways, then we have come be like, "Why am I in the misfit class?" As he's talking to Cargo, his tongue is looking back at him, as Cargo's like, "Look at yourself, you're literally detention writing a deflection letter." Which is literally true. As then we see Kam saying, "I fail to see your point." So yeah, I guess because like, oh, I might be in the attachment, but I don't see why I'm supposed to be in the misfit class. Which is kind of true. Like, I feel like a lot of students should be in attention, but they are not for some reason. So, anyways, then we have come saying, "After all, I come from a long line of gentlemen," which is true, but it's not like misfit class that excluded. Like, Asmodeus is a gentleman. I mean, one of the three greats is Iruma's grandfather. I mean, adopted, but still a classic gentleman type of characters. I mean, okay, Claw is boxers, and the rest seem to be more like. Actually, I think the Subnock and Ora's family is also like more upper echelons. So it's not like they have that many ungentleman levels or nobility level characters down there. Like most seem just to be like a few are, but not all. So yeah. Anyways, then we have Cargo thinking to himself, as then Cargo responds with, "You became misfit because you were harassing female students. There's no other reason." As well as a bunch of other teachers. Like I think in the anime they included a shot of him caressing Monoki as well, but yeah. So yes, anyway, they were come writing. Is there I'm thinking of something like I'm? Is there we have Shax being like, "Come, you eat so neatly." As then we see like Come eating like a proper gentleman does. As then we have kind of be like, "You think so?" As as Shax like, "Right, you're so elegant, like just like Askun." As we see Dennis Morris like taking a novel as he's reacting to it as Clara has her mouth stuffed. As they have as Morris be like, I can't believe I have something in common with Kaim. Table manners. Alright, to be fair, Morris, Kaim's family is pretty upper echelon. In fact, judging by his backstory, they might actually be one of the unknown members of the 13 Crowns. I mean, alright, how many of them do we have? We have 13 grades, then we have Baal, then we have that elegant lady, then we have the wolf, then we have us that Astorov, then we have that fat one, then we have that Clara's Azazel's diet. So yeah, I think we're still missing four. I might be forgetting one, but I'm pretty sure we're like missing four. Well, to be fair, now we're replacing one, but we are missing a few. So yeah. I am so I do one of Climb's family is one of those. I could actually see it. That'd be like a reveal later. Maybe that's why we haven't seen him in this chapter. But then we have Iruma just responding to Asmode's like, but you really are similar. As Asmode's like, ah. I guess even Kaim being compared to Kaim is something that Asmode's can handle. So yeah, anyways, then we have Asmode's be like, well, I suppose he could be called a gentleman in terms of manners. As they have come in that and being like a bit happy. As they have come in his suit, I guess, throughout the entire series and be like, that's right, I am dignified and courageous. So yeah, we get a few shots. As then we have Kaim still standing, he's like, for I am. As then we could be like, why do you keep getting up? As then we have the Fene look at him or worried as he's like, why you ask? That's obvious. As he's so serious. And we have Kaim saying, what keeps me going is my unwavering conviction. And we see multiple shots. I think it's just of this fight being blasted. As then Kaim's like, I will endure any pain and any suffering. My heart is filled with the one and the only thing that I wish for. I guess I was expecting it to be a joke here, but it seems like we are not going for the joke. You guys are actually a very serious character. As we get to this part, what he actually wants, as guys like, oh, beating up, and he's like, I want to be popular. As they says, I want to be popular with ladies. I want to do lewd things with the ladies. As he's looking at the light, as the light is shining up of his eyes. And now we get his back to the backstory that we've seen. As then we see his shot with his mother talking to him. He's like, is he like, I've always been told that I must be a gentleman. As then we have his mom be like, your father is a fine gentleman. He's so wonderful. And she's like, I see, so that means gentlemen are popular. As he still has like a duel in his mom as well. He's like, yes. Is there we have him like getting ready, he's like, be a gentleman. If you're a gentleman, you'll become popular. I've based my entire life on this belief. Which just makes sense. Is there we have we see some of that harassment, which is to be him running around after ladies. It's like, eek. And then I'm thinking to myself, yet for some reason I haven't become popular. I mean, to be fair, that's mostly because, you know, the whole gentleman thing isn't a crazy anymore. It's not more the cool bad boy thing. And probably because he's like, you're not some over the top owl monster, you're just like, you know, like a normal owl. As they have come back, I respect girls. As they have remember to the colleague we see is like, there's no other reason. As then we have come back, but why? And I have conveyed my feelings honestly, which is kind of true. There, the shot which is glorified shot of Asmodeus in the doing breakfast or whatever they're called, being like, you know, the consider we see a bit later as. Because like I possess all the qualities to be popular gentleman. Even Asmodeus said so himself. You're a gentleman like myself. He did not. He didn't hear. I can tell he heard it, but just totally changed the context. But yeah, he always said our manners are similar. So yeah, as then we have come back. I raised my rank to dollar, which is just 4. So what am I missing? Could it be that I need the opportunity to show off? Pretty much, Climb. As then we have Climb talking, and we see a bit of shots of the characters who, you know, also aren't really like the biggest characters, but they have their like sleight of hand moments, like person playing his trumpet, Gop, you know, doing some ninja shit with Aleko, I think his name was, the lion, also like doing some swingly stuff. I think it was doing the training arc, as because like each misfit has had their own moments of glory, and each one had a huge impact. You're a bit stretching with Alcor, but and Cup, but fine. And then we have Alcor, you know, his like new like muzzle and that kind of hair stuff. As cause like it doesn't make any sense in any other way. It just doesn't make sense that I'm not popular while Alcor has a girlfriend. Our facial features are nearly the same after all. Which I guess is supposed to refer to the fact they're both like very animalistic types, and you know the whole you can mostly like you can mostly just see like the eyes and also the muzzle thing, which I do understand. That's why the muzzle is there. I actually forget if there's a reason behind it. But yeah, or maybe it's like a medical thing because Akko's mouth was like, oh, this very jaggy. Oh, to be fair, his hair is pretty cool if you think about it. So yeah, anyways, then we have a bit of a flashback to when they were discussing things and introducing everyone. As then Clam is puffing thing as he's like, I just need to the right moment. Then I'll surely be popular. As then we have, was it then when they were getting ready to strike? Or maybe that time as they were like spinning up is like, no, it's right here, right now. As he's like a shield for them. As in, Gav's like, I must shine, I must endure. And we see Monaco kind of shocked, like it's just like, and his vision is actually getting blurry. It's because like, if I do, then surely my time will. As he's starting to fade, as he actually falls down, and he ends at something comfy. As we see Finney jumping and blocking his fall and holding him in her hands, and he's like, please stop this already. The as they have Fred be like, I won't let you hurt this demon any further. As then we have he's finally popular, and he's all happy and chirpy. As the chapter ends with, that's all, folks. A Disney reference. Are they seriously allowed to do all these references? Because I'm pretty sure there's some copyright issues here, but I'm not exactly sure. So yeah, end of chapter. Oh my god. Now, gotta be honest, the actual amount of time it took for this chapter to come out isn't exactly worth it. Like, if you actually look at the context, but I gotta be honest, the community of this chapter is spot on. Like, there's actually some people I think who wanted like this to be more serious, like it's gonna be more, it's not gonna be something like Minata. But and the beginning does kind of like start that way, but then halfway through the chapter, it just goes back. I wanna be popular. Like it's essentially Minata versus Midnight in My Academia. It's more focused on and more direct. So yeah, it's very funny. Which does make me wonder if next chapter is gonna end with his comment still continue the comment. Like Finn is not saying it because she's into comedy. It's more like this looks pathetic. It makes no sense for this pathetic creature to be doing this. Which I would just love it as well, but we'll see. So yeah, this chapter is a top comedy, honestly. And yeah, as for how this battle is gonna continue, I have no idea. Like maybe something's gonna happen. Like maybe one of the students gonna reveal something. I mean, we still don't really know a lot of the students' capabilities right now. I mean, still, Ria did say that she can be used as a body shield, so she may actually have that. We haven't seen Zaza doing anything so far, so he might actually be able to do that. Fanny again, we don't know, but we can assume that she's powerful considering the fact she talked like she's very high up. And I know this isn't like Black Clover, where being high up in status means something, or even that doesn't mean something. But like it's not like it's been anything that being of high status means so far. And to be fair, there is that bodyguard girl, so she may also be something. Like maybe there's gonna be something else done. I don't know, but anyways, this chapter was just comedy. And yeah, that's it about it for the chapter. Now, I hope you like this reaction. I hope you guys leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. Tell me in the comments below, did you also find this chapter funny? Or did you find this chapter to be unfunny? And do you hate the, big perverted plot twist at the end? So yeah, anyways, with that said, I cannot wait to see all Immortals next time. Goodbye.